Hey Tube, how y'all doing? Hope I find you well on this Tuesday afternoon. I just want to let y'all know that in a couple weeks I'll be checking out a Mustang, and I've always wanted a V8 with a stick shift. And sadly, it will not be a full-size version of this toy Mustang, this 2011 GT, but still, I think it's still going to be pretty cool. And before I pull the trigger and buy it, I wanted to get y'all's opinion slash advice because I'm kind of juggling around with should I get a 96 to 98 Mustang GT with the 4.6 liter, because of course the years 94 95 came with the 5.0, the 302 Windsor motor, or should I wait a little while longer and wait till I donate the DOHO 2, which, if some of you don't know, that's the 92 Miata that I have out in my driveway that I'll be donating this May. And if y'all want to have a chance to win it or receive it, it's going to one of my subscribers. So if you want to try to get a free Miata, just go ahead and subscribe. And make sure you're publicly subscribed. I'll get into more detail by then because like I have to be able to see your username to be able to choose you in whatever way I choose the official winner. So but yeah, anyways, it's either a 96 and 98 GT, or I could wait till I donate DOHO 2 and look around for a 99 to 04 Mustang GT, which I do like that body style over the 94 to 98 years, but they are a little bit more expensive. And this 98 GT that I'm going to check out in a couple weeks, like it's a pretty good price. I mean, it needs some work, it needs some time, love, and care as well, but at the price it is, I can't really pass it up if I can get a really good deal on it. Just like with my buddy's 1989 Lincoln Town Car, and that was DOHO 1 on the channel if you want to go see videos of that. It was automatic, but it was a town car. It was super comfortable. I wish I could have those seats in like all my cars. And I straight piped it. Well, I did side pipes out the sides before the rear tires. It sounded glorious, but to have like a cheap Mustang V8 and make that just balls to the wall loud would be like the next level up for me. And so the third option, and this is kind of a stretch for me because I am saving up to move out of my parents' house, but I kind of in the back of my head I'm considering like an 04 to 06 Pontiac GTO. I just think they're so cool. Like, I rarely ever see them on the road around here in Virginia, like every once in a while, because it's always V6 Camaros, V6 Mustangs, the occasional Coyote Mustang, or 3-valve. But when I see a GTO, it's just special. And to have like a 6-speed LS1 or LS2, of course the 04 with the LS1 is cheaper, but one of those would be really cool to have. But they are like significantly more than a 96 98 Mustang GT. So I'm kind of thinking for that one I'll push it off until a later DOHO, because at this point, with trying to save up to move out, these 96 and 98 GTs, I found a few of them for like really cheap. So it'd be a really good DOHO 3. And the other thing is, whichever one I find is probably not going to be a super reliable daily driver, so I'll probably end up having it in my garage or in my driveway and fixing it periodically over these next months or so, or next even year. And so that actually lines up really well. If I get the 98 GT that I'm going to look at in a few weeks now, then I can start the process of making videos of fixing it up and maybe even modifying a little bit. And by the time I donate DOHO 2, the Miata, I'll kind of just be already have my feet on the ground and running with the Mustang. So let me know what you guys think. Should I wait out for a new Edge? Should I not get a Mustang at all? Should I maybe look into like a Japanese V6 car, like a 350Z, a 300ZX even? everybody's done 240s and they're all swapping all sorts of stuff in there, but I just don't want to put the money towards that type of stuff right now. And I just really want a V8 with a stick shift. It's just like this thing that I feel like I have to experience in this lifetime. Like I've driven a few of them here and there, but like I've never owned one, and I just feel like that'd be something pretty special. Even though to most of you all, 96 to 98 GT is nothing really special at all. But I just think it is, because I look around when I'm driving around most days, and it's nothing but 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder cars, like, you know, boring economy cars or compact cars, or the occasional GTI or Fiesta ST. I do really love the Fiesta ST, so later down the road, Scion FRS/BRZ. Also, I love that car. I really want to drive it. It looks like it's a lot of fun, even though it's like slow as molasses. But I do like the drive a slow car fast or balls to the wall mentality. I absolutely love doing that. So, and that kind of goes along with getting a 98 Mustang, because nowadays they're slow, even though they have a V8. And for 98, they bumped up the power to 225 horsepower at the crank, compared to the 97, 96 had, I believe, 215 at the crank. Y'all can correct me, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And to the wheels, it's even less. It's probably less than 200 horsepower of the wheels. So that's just kind of funny to me, like a big V8 not putting out that much, and being able to drive that like 10 tenths on the street, you know, here and there, and having fun with that, plus the sound. And oh my gosh, if I could cam a V8 and have long tube headers, off-road X-pipe, and just basically just as loud as I can make it, but sound like just so good, that's the goal here. So, oh yeah, and then the last two cars that they're twins, I was considering were the Pontiac Firebird and the Chevy Camaro from 98 to 02, because of course they came with the LS1. So in any of these cars, I would of course get with a stick shift. Like I don't want to bother with an automatic. I enjoy shifting gears way more. And the only thing though is those cars are also a good deal more expensive than the, you know, 96, 98 and the 99 to 04 Mustangs. So I would probably lean more towards pushing those off for a later DOHO if I did want to get another V8 stick shift car after DOHO 3. And so to sum it all up, we have either a 96-98 Mustang GT, a 99 to 04 New Edge, a Firebird 98 to 02, a Camaro 98 to 02, and kind of the far-reaching forbidden fruit for now, the 04 to 06 Pontiac GTO. And just to throw it out there now, I do love C5 Corvettes. I don't really like the C4s. I worked at a dealership in the service department, and this one guy, he owned a C4 Corvette, and I don't know, those LT1 or old LT4 motors, I don't know, they leave much to be desired, but of course two valves do as well. But I prefer the sound of the two valve way more than the LT1 or LT4 if we're just talking about sound and not power really. So yeah, C5 Corvettes later down the road, or by the time I get to that, like a DOHO 6, if I get there, then maybe C6 Corvettes will have come down in value by that time. And yeah, LS is in the far future, but two valves, near future. So yeah, that's all I got, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.